McKinley, and today I'm doing my wrap up for books 21 through 25. This round is not as exciting. I didn't love everything as much as I loved the last wrap up, but I did read a book that I'm like predicting right now is going to be, if not my favorite book of the year, definitely in the top 5. Because it was so many feelings. But anywho, I'm going to do things a little differently this time. I see a lot of people, like Trina from Between Chapters and Chelsea from Chelsea Dolan Reads, go from their least favorite book to their most favorite book. And I decided that I kind of want to try that out. So if you like me doing it this way, thumbs it up or comment. And yeah, let's just get right into it. My 1-star book for this wrap up, I'm going to try to not go on a rant. Okay, I'm going to try really hard. So hard. But it's Beast by Bree Spangler. This is allegedly a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It's not. But I did count it for that square because if I tortured myself and read all of this book, because I read the whole freaking thing, I didn't DNF it, I'm getting credit for that square. Anywho, this book is about a guy, Dylan, I think his name is, Dylan, who, he's really big and hairy, and he gets, like, picked on, and he clearly has body issues, and probably, like, some kind of dysmorphia or something, and, he ends up falling off a roof, and they they don't believe him, and they assume he jumped, and they put him in a self-harm therapy group. And he ends up being the only boy in the therapy group, and he's kind of an ass about it, but he meets this girl, and it takes off from there. Now, if you read the summary for this book, or anything on Goodreads, you can pretty much figure out what allegedly, I don't know if it's supposed to be a twist, but I knew what the twist was before I started, but I'm not going to say it. This is what I'm going to say. Dylan's an asshole. His mom is a judgmental bitch, and the main girl is the only likable character in this entire freaking book. Okay? And even her, sometimes I was like, meh, do I like you? Maybe not. His best friend is an ass, and it's just, all in all, a really, really unlikable characters. And the thing is I can look past that. Okay, it's real life. A lot of people act like this. A lot of people do. And I see what she was trying to do. But then the end was so freaking unrealistic that I just, like, I was like, okay, I'll give it 2 stars. I'll give it 2 stars because, you know, even though the characters were awful, I get that they're believable, right? So I was considering giving it 2 stars because I'm like, you know, the characters, while unlikable, they're realistic. Okay. And then the end happened, and I was like, this book is a pile of shit. I am so glad that I do not pay for this thing. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that. My next read is a 2.5-star read, and it's Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. And I know this is a lot of people's favorite series of all time, and that they love her writing. It's like super flowery, I guess. I don't know. I didn't pick up on that. For me, it was very middle of the road. Like, it was fine. I don't think I'm going to continue. If you don't know what it's about this girl that lives in Prague, and she works for this guy who collects teeth, but she doesn't know why he collects teeth. And all of a sudden, these mysterious handprints start showing up, and it just takes off from there. I really, really liked her best friend. If the books were about her best friend just living her life, I'd probably continue. But the writing was fine. I don't see how the writing is exceptional. I normally don't pick up on stuff like that. For some reason, I'm just not great at picking out writing styles. There's only 2 authors I can think of where I like go, wow, that writing is really beautiful. And that's Sean David Hutchinson and Jenny Nelson. So, I don't know. A lot of people are constantly commenting on how beautiful her writing is. But whatever. I'm probably not going to continue. If you think that I should continue? Comment below. Does it get better in the second one? Is it gonna like blow me away? Okay. That was 2.5 stars. Next book was, I have 2 4-star books. So the first one is, oh, I forgot to say what those counted for. Why do I do that to myself? Okay. Beast just counted for retelling with an LGBT character. On Diversity Bingo, it didn't count for anything else. And then Daughter of Smoke and Bone counted for Pop Sugar as a book from a non-human perspective and nothing else. All right. My first 4-star read is The Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. This book is compared to Harry Potter a lot, and I get it. I get why people compare it. I do. Whenever you have a magic school, there's going to be comparisons to Harry Potter. It's just a given. But like the 3 friends trope, that's a trope. That's a thing. That's in like all the middle grade fantasies. I have a piece of paper taped over my company name just in case it ended up in the shot. Anywho. But in this book, we follow Callum, who is disabled, and he shattered his leg as a baby, and so he walks with a limp, and he's dealing with chronic pain, which was something new. I had never read a fantasy with like something like that. I've read very few books with chronic pain, which is kind of funny since I have chronic pain. But anywho, and his dad does not want him to go to the Magisterium, which is the magic school. He has told him to fail the test on purpose, and he wants nothing to do with it. He wants nothing to do with magic because his wife died when Callum was just a baby. But Callum ends up passing anyway and goes to the Magisterium, and it all takes off from there. I loved this book. I thought it was fun. I thought all 3 of the main characters were adorable. I liked their friendship and how it grew organically, and it's just a really good time, and I cannot wait to read the second one. I have the next 2, but I had to read some library books before I could dive in, and I'm really sad because I really want to read them, but it's probably better to wait because the 4th and 5th ones aren't out yet. But anywho, I will say this, I'm going to tell you, there's 2 reasons I knocked it down a star. One is because there's a little bit too much similarity in some parts to Harry Potter, but it happens. Like, it doesn't bother me, but like, come on. 2, the name of the enemy in this book is The Enemy. No. That's stupid. I'm sorry. That's really stupid. Anywho, oh, I forgot. I wanted to comment on the magic system. The magic system in this is really interesting because it draws on earth, fire, water, wind, and chaos. And so I thought the magic school was very different. And yeah, so 4 stars. I can't wait to read the rest of the series. Like, I'm super, super freaking pumped. But I gotta read library books first. Diversity Bingo. Sci-fi fantasy with a disabled main character. I already commented on it before. It doesn't count for any of my other reading challenges. My next 4-star book was A Man Called Ove by Frederick Bagman. I think that's how you say his name. I know that he's got blown up here on BookTube lately. He's one of the few adult authors that have actually broken into my little YA world. And my friend Kelly recommended it to me. So I picked it up like months ago, and now I finally read it. And it took me a really long time to get into it. I think just because I read so much YA, adult books always take me longer. But last night I forced myself to just sit and finish it, and I cried. It was so good. It basically covers Ove's life. Like, he's a curmudgeon, and his wife has died, and he's basically trying to kill himself, but his neighbors keep bothering him because they need his help. And so it goes back and forth between his past life and then his present of him trying to deal with these neighbors who just won't let him die. So it's It's fun. It's cute, quirky. He is just he's so grumpy, but he's got a heart. Like, he's got a really good heart. And, you know, he's just a stickler for the rules, you know. He just wants people to act like they're supposed to act. There's nothing wrong with that. And, you know, he's an old man that just misses his wife. And it melted my cold, cold heart. I enjoyed it so much. The reason I dropped it from 5 stars to 4 is because it did take me so long to get into it. But I think that was more because I'm not used to the adult genre. But I do plan on reading more from this author. I know he's been big on BookTube lately. So yeah, if you like the adult genre, or if you just like quirky stuff. Oh, and it's translated. So it takes place in Sweden. And there's a movie in Swedish that I put on hold at the library. And I'm really excited to watch it, but it's not ready yet for me to watch. But yeah, loved it. So good. Thank you, Kelly. I'm pretty sure you watch my videos for recommending it to me because I really, really enjoyed it. For reading challenges, it only counted for 1, and that is a cover with a cat on it. And hopefully the picture is right here, and you can see the kitty that he named Cat. Finally, my 5-star book. And if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you probably already know what it is, because I've been talking about it on both of those since I finished it last night, but this video is going up way later than that. And that is A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. Now, I know this book has been getting a lot of sponsored hype on BookTube, and I know a lot of people don't trust sponsored videos and may not want to pick it up because of that, but this video is not sponsored. Ain't nobody sponsoring me. Ain't nobody giving me free. This is from the library. Now let me tell you, this book hit me right in my fucking heart. It was so good. I'm not going to tell you what it's about. If you want to know what it's about, it's not hard to find. I think this book, you should go into it. All you need to know is it's about 2 brothers that are reunited, and their friendship is super strong. All the friendships in this book are really great, and it's just amazing. And I cried. I love it so much. On page 52, I bought the audio and the Kindle edition, and I'm probably going to get the hardcover edition eventually, but for right now, I just have the library edition. But it's so good. And the author followed me on Twitter. You know I have to humble brag. That's kind of my thing. But seriously, go into this blind. I'm going to link it to go and get my Goodreads, because I link all the books that I talk about in my description in case you didn't know. Don't read it. Just friendship. That's all you need to know. Friendship. Friendship is magic. This book is magic. It's so good. It's a contemporary. There's no magic, actually, except for friendship. But yeah, obviously I gave this 5 stars. All the stars. Such pretty, pretty stars. This is a library book, so but there's stars on the hardcover too. But yeah. Did this count? Yes. I counted this as a neurodiverse main character for my bingo square, even though that one I'm supposed to have his own voices. So I might switch under Roasting Disguise to my neurodiverse and this to my invisible disability. One character has ADHD and one character has dyslexia. And they are the main characters. Please read it. Don't get caught up. Like, I'm one of those people too. I am. I'm like, oh, it's too hyped up. I'm not going to read it. Read it. That's it for me. Please comment if you've read any of these books down below. I would love to talk to you about them, especially this one, because I loved it. And please, 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 I know I'm begging, but follow me on Instagram if you're not already. I'm going to be doing a giveaway over there soon, probably, let's be honest, of this book right here. And because I want more people to read it, so I'm going to give one away. And yeah, I don't know when that's coming, but it's coming soon. So follow me on Instagram. I will post a video here when I post the giveaway, but just get ahead of the game. Follow me on there. All my other social links that I'm active on will be linked down below. And yeah, I think that's it. I'll see you guys soon.